The question of whether or not there are indeed extraterrestrial life forms has been a hotly debated issue for a very long time. One side maintains a skeptical standpoint on the subject matter, refusing to believe in alien existence unless definitive proof or positive confirmation is provided by government authorities. Another side insists that not only do extraterrestrials exist, they have also visited our planet and are perhaps even walking among us today. And to these believers, the only reason that this reality has yet to become public knowledge is that governments and institutions are deliberately hiding this fact by withholding photographic and documentary evidence and by downgrading the credibility of those who have stepped forward and exposed the truth. The conviction of these believers in the existence of extraterrestrial life is further strengthened by the fact that several government officials have stepped forward and admitted to this closely guarded secret. So in this video, here are 7 government officials who admitted or seemingly confirmed the existence of alien life. We have John Podesta. Podesta is currently the chair and counselor of the Washington, D.C. based think tank Center for American Progress, but in the past he served in the U.S. government as a counselor to President Barack Obama and as chief of staff of President Bill Clinton. He is also known as a longtime advocate for government disclosure of UFO files, having provided his support in some petitions to publicly release documents proving that many UFO sightings are actually alien spacecrafts. He has even expressed in the past that one of his failings while working for the Obama administration is his neglect in successfully releasing UFO files. He also made Hillary Clinton promise that she would get to the bottom of the UFO issue if she ever became the president. Number 2, Edgar Mitchell. Edgar Mitchell was an aeronautic engineer and a U.S. Navy officer who also served as an astronaut for NASA during the 1971 Apollo 14 moon mission, which makes him the 6th person to have ever walked on the moon. Mitchell is also a believer in the existence of extraterrestrial beings and went as far as to say that there is currently plenty of hard evidence that we are not alone in the universe and that military authorities have taken lengths to make sure that they are not revealed to the public. However, to this day, NASA has denied involvement in such cover-ups about alien life on the planet or anywhere else in the galaxy. Number 3, Paul Hellyer. Paul is a Canadian engineer and politician who is the longest-serving member of the Privy Council of Canada and formerly served as the country's Minister of National Defense. Aside from his extensive political career, he is also a firm believer that UFOs are proof that aliens have been visiting our planet frequently. Claiming that he had personally seen a UFO at least once in his life, he also urged world governments to unveil hidden alien technology which could be helpful in solving the global problem of climate change. Number 4, Ellen Stoff. Ellen previously served as the chief scientist of NASA, but resigned from her position back in December of 2016. In 2015, she predicted that mankind will be discovering definitive proof of alien life within 20 to 30 years. We know where to look, we know how to look. In most cases, we have the technology and we're on a path to implementing it. Now, while her statements may be indirect, to some people, it seemed like she knew more about the existence and actual whereabouts of these alien life forms. Number 5, Philip Corso. Corso served as an officer in the United States Army between the 1940s and the 1960s. In 1997, he published a book titled The Day After Roswell, in which he detailed his involvement in researching about extraterrestrial technology following the alleged recovery of bodies and wreckage from the famous Roswell UFO incident, which took place in 1947. Corso also claimed in his book that the US government had reverse engineered the alien technology they found at the site, which resulted in the technological advances that mankind has achieved in recent years. Number 6, Marina Popovich. Popovich is a retired colonel of the Soviet Air Force and a multiple world record holder in aviation, making her one of the most renowned Russian pilots in modern history. The esteemed pilot has largely spoken about her experiences with UFOs in public lectures as well as in interviews. She also published a book about it back in 2003 titled UFO Glasnost. In the book, she claimed that there are around 3,000 confirmed UFO sightings across the globe and that the KGB and the Soviet Air Force are in possession of UFO fragments from a handful of crash sites across Soviet territory. Finally, number 7, Gordon Cooper. Gordon Cooper was an American aerospace engineer and also a member of the 7 original astronauts in Project Mercury, which was the US's first initiative for manned space travel. Cooper was also the first American to sleep in space, having spent 34 hours there all alone during his orbital mission. In his illustrious career as a pilot, he claimed to have personally experienced a UFO sighting, and he purportedly wrote to the UN back in 1978 about his position on the mystery, saying, "I do believe UFOs exist and that the truly unexplained ones are from other technologically advanced civilizations. I believe that these extraterrestrial vehicles and their crews are visiting this planet from other planets which are obviously a little more advanced than we are here on Earth." Now, the claims of many of these individuals, all of whom had served in government institutions at some point in their lives, have been largely ignored by the public, mainly because the governing bodies they were once a part of had either denied their allegations or had refused to comment on them. But does this mean that there isn't, at the very least, a grain of truth in what these former government officials have said about the existence of extraterrestrial life forms? I mean, is it so hard to believe that there are creatures out there, possibly far more advanced than we are, who have taken a glimpse or two at our planet and our way of life? And should alien intelligent life forms really do exist, is it so unlikely for the world governments to keep this information from us if most of us are potentially unprepared for such a reality? And I mentioned this before, but I just find it really mind-boggling that so many prominent researchers and scientists have already came out and said there's really no chance that we are alone in the universe and intelligent alien life has to exist. But then if, let's say, you go out and say that, yeah, I believe in aliens and I believe that intelligent life, I believe that civilizations that are much more advanced than we are exist somewhere else in the universe. If you go around and say this, most people will call you a tin hat wearer. I just don't understand why people are still so close-minded. Yeah, like why is, he believes in aliens. Why is that an insult? I mean, now that we've established that we are but a speck of dust in this vastness of the universe, are we still so ignorant and arrogant to think that, yeah, out of all that space, we're the only ones here? But let me know what you guys think. Do you believe in the existence of alien intelligent life? Do you believe that there are civilizations, alien civilizations out there who are way more advanced than we are? Do you think the UFO sightings are just them, you know, touring the galaxy and flying by this planet like we drive through the Grand Canyon? And also, do you believe the governments around the world are trying to cover this up because most of us, our head would explode? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you later.